golf trivia.
All right, we're going to welcome you back to the Principals Podcast. It's a unique day. It is Friday because our guests were golfing in the most strangest conditions compared to the day before when it was 80 some degrees and they were out there golfing in 40 some degrees with high winds. Today we're talking golf, both boys and girls golf. Mr. Heim is going to be joining us. Ms. Pavasek is in a meeting. So today I have, and on my screen, you're probably just looking at me, but looking across to the other screens, we have Chloe Brewster. How are you doing, Chloe?
I'm good.
And we also have Faith Kilfoyle. How's life?
It's pretty good.
We have Noah Gerlica. Life is good for you?
We're good.
And CJ is also tucked in the corner. CJ, how's the noodles doing today?
It's good.
So today we're going to do, and it's unique because you, boys and girls golf are truly a fall sport that actually literally starts in the middle of the summer. So this is not really a preview. It's going to be looking at the entire duration of the year because they're getting to tournament time. We're going to go ladies first. Let's talk about yesterday's conditions. Being a golfer, you are obviously on a team, but you are almost doing things by yourself with a team, encouraging each other. How did you overcome yesterday's conditions, knowing that it was rainy, it was wet, and it was windy? For those of you that watched football last night, you saw them kick a ball, and all of a sudden it looks like a screwball, button hooks. So, did you have to play differently yesterday in the conditions?
It's definitely, it can be difficult, but we're pretty used to it. Like, we're used to getting rained out and dealing with like wet grounds and everything. You have to adjust it a little bit because when the ground is wet, you tend to chunk the ball, and it can be like you got to think about how far you have to go and like the strategy around it. But once the sun came out, it wasn't too bad. The wind was pretty rough, but it wasn't like too freezing.
So, girls, what is your favorite, I guess your favorite course that you have to play for the school season?
I feel like Lost Nation for me.
Oh, I cannot agree. I like
Lost Nation.
I like Erie Shores.
Okay, so yesterday was at Erie Shores, right?
Yeah, we were at Erie Shores.
And yesterday, I mean, you girls finished third in yesterday's tournament. That's good. That's very good, and specifically with the conditions that you had. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. You have the WRC, and then you have the actual OHSA tournament coming up. But do you have any more regular season tournaments, or was yesterday the one?
We do not. We're done with our matches.
Yeah.
We just have sectionals October 3rd, I believe.
And where are sectionals at?
Old Avalon, which is my favorite course in the entire world.
That's
Old Avalon?
Yes. It was.
Where is that?
Last year. I don't know. I just remember we had to drive really far away.
I think by Youngstown.
Youngstown area. And so, girls, we're going to come back to you because we're going to be certainly playing a little game here later. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask similar questions. Obviously, you are working. Have not competed in the WRC yet. You just had a regular season match this past week. When is the WRC for you guys?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. What course do you play at? Is this Erie Shores also?
Quail Hollow.
You're at Quail.
Yeah.
So you don't have to travel as far.
No.
But you're probably going to, deal with similar conditions because I looked at the weather next week and it looks like highs are in the 60s max. We're now in fall. Do you guys have to make adjustments to your game with the season, knowing that it's going to be windy, rainy? No?
Yeah, definitely. Because, I don't know, it's just a lot different. Like, when it's
colder and there's more moisture in the air, like the ball's not going to go as far, and you have to account for the wind. Like yesterday, after practice I played 9, and it was like a 2 club wind. Like I was like 150 out, and I'm hitting like a hard 8 when I usually hit like a pitching wedge. Like it's crazy, but it's definitely tougher. Definitely.
Are you all putting the tee down lower in these conditions?
Yes, to keep the ball lower.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I just try to play everything lower.
Yeah.
Keep it out of the wind.
Faith's just trying to get her aces, with her driver, teeing it up as high as she can. For those of you that don't know, I have 22 plus years of golf course experience, not 22 years of golf course playing, but building Sandridge, working at Kirtland, knowing greens. I can pretty much read any course. I just can't play any course, except for I'm pretty darn good at putting. Mr. Heim is a golfer himself, unless he blows out his back. So, Mr. Heim, have you played Erie Shores? Have you played Lost Nation, or have you played this Avalon course or Quail Hollow?
I've actually played them all. Avalon is in Warren, Ohio, just so you know. That's where you'll find Avalon. And I call Lost Nation Lost Patience because oftentimes people lose their patience over there. You got to have a nickname for every golf course. If you go to Briardale, we used to call it the Patch. There's just different names for different places. But Quail Hollow definitely will challenge you. So will Manakiki. I'm sure you guys have been on Manakiki as well. That's one of those courses where if you can't hit it straight,
Very pure.
don't go play at Manakiki because you'll be very frustrated. St. Denis, one of my favorite courses because it's wide open and it's long. Because I can hit the ball long like Mr. Baggett can in my old days. Could put it out there. And nice thing is it's wide open. So even if you kind of spin it right or left a little bit, you got a chance to get home. So that's always fun. So yeah, I play a little golf, but unfortunately, Murray works me too much. I don't have any hours in the day to go play golf.
Yeah.
That's a little joke there, everyone.
Last week was 110 hours.
Yeah,
recorded.
I wasn't at 110. I think I was close to triple digits, but I was not at 110 like you.
So guys, you I'm not going to say this magic number, but you have been very successful so far in the WRC, and you are coming into this WRC matchup, and you are looking for a prize possession. When's the last time we've had that prize possession here in Chardon High School?
Last year.
Last year, you were number 1 in the WRC?
Yeah.
Yes.
Last year we won. We're looking to repeat though. Sure.
Well, there has been, we're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there because obviously it is something back-to-back is something we like to do around these neck of the woods. Certainly we're asking you to just continue to do your thing, play your game. And obviously I don't know why the girls are ahead of you then, because they already played in the WRC and you are next week. I do blame Madison's AD for this because he scheduled it. He's responsible for the golf season. And so he schedules those things. When it comes to like wrestling, we're responsible for wrestling. So Doug Snyder works on the wrestling tournament. Each AD takes a tournament and they're responsible for running it or hosting it. Kenston has the cross country. So Madison is dealing with the golf. What, for those novice players out there that don't know anything about golf, what's a strategy all 4 of you would say you would give to a golfer?
You definitely can't get in your head. Like, if you have a bad hole, you just have to leave it behind you and, like, forget about it, which can be hard. But if you're, like, stuck on that and, like, stuck on whatever happened before, then you're not going to play good.
Got to practice.
Yeah.
Got to practice a lot. You got to be on that range.
And don't chase distance. Just kind of, if you're accurate, you're gonna be better off.
Putting and chipping, short game, like
Mhm.
100 yards.
That's the
and in.
most important.
Yeah.
100 yards and in is where you make your money. That's where you improve the most. You drive for show. You putt for dough, man. That's how you make. That's how you make big leagues.
Wow, that's great wisdom. Drive for show, putt for dough.
Yeah.
That means I would be pretty good at putting. My drives, I
Mhm.
almost went 360 degrees. Started off going straight, then it would go so far right that I thought it came back around and landed at the tee. Here's a fact. I will give you an absolute story. When we would golf on Mondays at Sandridge, I would tee off on hole 3, which has 27 bunkers on it. I would tee off on hole 3 and I would skip all of those bunkers and I would land on 16 tees.
Yeah.
Which is pretty like
That's right.
it's a drive, but I would land on 16 tees.
That is.
And then I'd have to chip somewhere near 16 tees to try to get back to 3 fairway. That's how far I would slice because I played forever my life baseball.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That is.
Have you ever played Sandridge?
Yes.
Mhm.
I caddied there this summer. To one of the. It's the nicest course I've ever seen.
So you understand that concept.
I do understand. That's
Okay.
that's right. That's a very.
That is far right,
Yeah,
like
that's
so
far.
far right that I almost got in the pond. And if I was, and at some days, if the wind was good, I probably would get over to 14 fairway or 15 fairway. Yeah, that's how bad it was.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So, Mr. Hyam, you love golf and you have a little game for them.
I do have a little game. I'm getting away from chicken and steak a little bit, doing a little more trivia because, it's important for our listeners. We don't have many, but hopefully we'll have more soon to learn a little bit about the games that our students play. So we'll do a little boys versus the girls and a little golf trivia, so we can teach our viewers a little bit about golf. Okay, because I think it's very important. So we're going to start with the girls, and we'll see who can get to 5 correct answers first. How about that? We'll see who can do it. All right. So we're going to start with the girls, and straightforward, real quick. All right. On your first shot of each hole, all right, players are allowed to put their ball on a little small wooden or plastic object to raise the ball off the ground. Girls, what is that called?
A tee.
A tee. Very good. So, all right, so the girls are off to 1. All right, boys, here you go. Here's your question. Golf was invented in what year and in what country?
It was invented in Scotland.
Scotland. That's all, but you got to get the year.
Come on.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. What do we think? It's got to be like it's like 1500 something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say 1519.
Okay, 1519. So girls, you're going to get a chance to steal.
1457, I think.
Excellent job, girls. 1457. Look at these girls are just rocking it today. All right. We'll go with the boys again. We'll give them a chance to get back in this. The ideal golf ball has how many dimples, boys?
330 something.
362.
Yeah, something like that.
So you're going with 362. All right.
I know that.
Whoa.
Oh my.
Girls, I'm going to give you a chance to steal. What do you think? How many dimples do you think, girls?
That many?
I don't know. How many?
3 million something?
Yeah, say that. Yeah, that's the one.
No, girls, I'm sorry. Between 380 and 460.
Okay.
And do you know why there's dimples on the ball?
Close.
Why are there dimples on the ball, guys?
It helps with the air, like it catches and it spins.
Yeah.
Exactly. Great job. All right, we're going to go over to the girls. There's this real close cut grass area that runs from the start of the hole to the green. What is that called, girls?
The fairway.
The fairway. Look at these girls are just knocking it out of the park. I love it. All right, boys. How old was Tiger Woods when he made his first hole in one?
8.
It was 8.
Excellent job. Boys are on the board. I don't know how they knew that one, but they're on the board. Excellent job. All right, girls, here's your next one. All right. The Masters is always held at the same golf course, Augusta National. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's in Augusta, Georgia. I mean, that's a bucket list place for me, I'll tell you that. The winner, what does the winner receive at the Masters, girls?
Come on, guys.
Money?
Seriously?
They receive money. They do, but there's something special about the Masters.
The
Somebody
Masters
steal?
trophy.
Oh, the boys are going to steal.
The green jacket.
The green jacket. The boys are back in it. I'll tell you, I don't know.
What's the score?
Girls, you got off to a good lead. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hold it. All right,
What's the score?
boys, I'll give you a range of 1%. That's the range. You got to be within 1%. What percent of women are golfers? What percent of golfers are women, I should say? What percent of golfers are women? You got to get it within 1%.
Like 12.
No way. It's got no.
Lower?
That's got to be higher than that.
Higher?
I'd say I'm like
Yeah, like 26.
26. Yeah.
So you're going with 26. And remember, you got to be within 1%.
That's final answer.
So we're going
23.
to go over to the girls because they're going to steal because 26 wasn't accurate. Girls, what percent of golfers are women?
I'd say
20,
23.
23.
Excellent job. Unbelievable. It was 23%. Girls are on fire today, Mr. Murray. I'll tell you, the boys might be able to shoot par, but these girls, they know their trivia. I will tell you that. All right,
What's the
girls.
score?
What's that?
Oh, we're
2-2.
tied now?
We're tied.
What's the
We're
score?
tied. Oh, I'm not keeping score. Do we have to
Oh.
keep score?
We're
Is
tied.
it
it's
always
4-2.
about keeping score?
4-2.
Okay.
What?
4-2.
4-2.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll go over to the boys for this one. Most professional golfers employ a person to carry their bag, and give them some advice on the way. What is that person called? Are they called laddies or
Caddy.
caddies?
Call it caddy.
Caddies. Very good. The boys are back into it. Great job. All right, girls. This is your last question. I'm gonna let Mr. Murray kind of give us an update on the score.
4-3. Girls.
Okay, so here's your next question. What is the longest golf hole in the world? Now, what I need to know is how many yards this hole is and what par that this hole is.
I know it's a par 7.
900,
R7, okay.
964 yards.
964 yards. Phenomenal. I think we got a winner, Mr. Ray. Now,
Holy smokes.
the only way, girls, you're going to win this
It's really
is if you could tell me what country that hole is in.
long. Either Ireland or Scotland.
Ireland or Scotland? All right. It's not correct. So I'm going to let the boys steal it. If the boys can figure this out, some little small island in the far, far east that has 5 letters, the boys could steal it and win this.
Japan?
Starts with a J. What is it?
Japan.
Japan. Mr. Murray, I think we might have a tie. So a little golf trivia for our few listeners out there.
That's extraordinary. So let me ask you this question because being I have a background in golf course as a worker, one of the things working at Sandridge and working at Kirtland Country Club is that we always were watching golf movies. Obviously, there's a lot of staples out there for golf movies. So without me telling you my favorite, I want to hear your favorite golf movie if you have one. So, CJ, what's your favorite golf movie?
Probably Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. That's extraordinary. I actually talked to Faith earlier today about using that as her approach to her drive.
Yeah.
It always works.
Yeah.
It does.
Mhm.
Noah, favorite golf movie?
I would have to say the greatest game ever played.
That is a very good movie.
I really like it. It's a good movie.
Faith, what's yours?
I'm not really big into golf movies, but probably I think Happy Gilmore is the only one I've seen.
That is a very humorous one. And Chloe,
Happy Gilmore is mine as well.
have you ever seen Caddyshack?
Yes.
Yeah.
Candy
It's a
Shack
good
is a
one.
good one.
Oh my gosh, Bill Murray is classic in that.
You know,
know
Mr.
that-
Murray, we
What?
have a pool. We have a pool and a pond would be good for you.
Good for me?
Yeah, you remember that line in Caddyshack?
Yes.
Yeah.
There are so many classic lines in there, but we used to play it. It used to be playing 24/7 in the grounds room at the golf course. We had 2 TVs, and that one was constantly on, and it was like hilarious. We had one person that could literally act it out perfectly. So we are literally about less than a month away from the first quarter ending. You're all seniors. It's early in the game, but I know at least one of you have plans for next year. I think CJ, you kind of have an idea where you're going and what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So where are you going?
Bald Mollis.
And you're going to be playing a little bit of the game still continued, right?
A little bit, yeah.
No, are you still figuring those things out for yourself right now? Have you narrowed things down?
I'm definitely figuring it out. Yeah. I don't know. We're figuring it out though.
Do you have like top 3 places you're really considering?
No.
Nope. No, it's fine. It's fine. Faith, have you narrowed down to like top 3 schools?
Probably,
rapping right now.
yeah, I am wearing a Grove City sweatshirt, but probably Grove City, John Carroll, just like smaller schools in Ohio or Pennsylvania.
Awesome. And Chloe, have you narrowed down where you think you might look at?
I'm definitely working on it and figuring out, but I don't know if I have a top few for you yet.
No, I mean, this is a significant decision that you all are making. And now that you're seniors, you're like, holy smokes, I got college applications and I have to do letters of rec. And it's not even the end of the quarter. And I'm still trying to figure out what I have to do for homework. And we just had homecoming. Certainly wherever you go, the 4 of you, you're going to be extremely successful. There's no doubt about it. What's next? Is the question. Are you going to be involved in any other activities coming up? I mean, between winter sports and also different activities, like anyone doing the fall play, anyone doing winter sports, like what's coming up next for the 4 of you? Or are you just going to prep? Basketball?
Basketball. I'm definitely looking forward to basketball for sure. It's going to be a fun year.
I still have probably 3 months left of majorettes, so
We
No
have
doubt about it.
we have some Model UN
Yeah,
conferences
yeah.
coming up.
Model UN, which is,
it's-
I'm telling you, I've mentioned this for 4 or 5 years now. Keep things in your back pocket. Don't express it in the first day because those mercenaries steal it, use it, and abuse you with it, because that's what those schools do. Keep things in your back pocket. Know how to play the game, because it is literally a game of life, and you want to ultimately make sure you're holding your cards there at the end, because those private schools love to steal those public schools' ideas, make it their own, and then shun you out. Faith, am I right?
yes.
That's happened 4 consecutive years. We appreciate you all coming on today. I think the band is about to do the drum line. So it is about 2:30 on a Friday. We have Friday night football at Kenston. You hear the drums?
I hear the drums, but I also want to take a real quick minute because I'm not sure if anyone saw in the background. I have two wonderful students with me. You can kind of see them over here, Tyler and Izzy. Want to shout out to the students, especially these two, for working so hard this week. They're trying to get their math done, and I don't know. There's some guy that's talking right now used to teach math, so I like to help with students, and they're in here. They still have smiles. I don't know how that happened, Mr. Murray. But once again, I got math in there. See, look at that. Once again, Mr. Murray.
Hey, would the four of you like to give a shout out to anyone this week?
Shout out the team on a great season and some more to come.
Tomorowski
Yeah.
and Kyler, his new baby.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
impressed that he's still able to be there for us right now,
Mhm.
even like after having a baby last week. So
I literally think the drum line is in my office. They're that loud. Shout outs. Who am I gonna give a shout out to? I'm gonna give a shout out to our staff. They have been doing all of them. We had our faculty meeting. We've been doing a lot of great things and really focusing on the things that matter the most. Certainly give a shout out to the staff. Best of luck for those of you who are going off to the tournament, and best of luck for you that are going to be in the WRC and the tournament. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go Choppers.
Bye.
Shout out to the band. See ya.